Today what we're going to do is talk about the Cold War introduction, how everything kind of got the ball rolling and what happened, how did we get into the Cold War in the first place. So as you can see here, we've got a map. We're going to be jumping to a few different locations today and finding out what's going on. So my title for today's lecture, we have Superpowers Collide, the Cold War, an introduction. We're going to start in New Mexico. From New Mexico, we're going to jump over to Japan. After we get to Japan, we're going to fly all the way back around the world, end up in Alaska. Once out of Alaska, we're going to fly over to Russia. After we hit Russia, we're taking a detour over to the eastern coast of the United States, here to learn more about General Eisenhower and John Foster Dulles. And after that, we're going to wrap up with brinkmanship and why that's important to the Cold War.
All right, jumping right in. We're in New Mexico. As I said before, this is where everything begins. This is where the atomic bomb gets tested for the very first time. So we've had people working on the Manhattan Project behind the scenes, guys like Albert Einstein and Robert J. Oppenheimer. This is where this gets tested. All right, so I've got a video clip. I want you to check that out.
General Groves was lying on the ground in a prone position, facing away.
So you're going to get a chance to actually see the first explosion and what it's like.
What was he going to do?
It's pretty intense if you listen to some of the descriptions that are going on here.
As you can see, we've got the nice get up and then explosion.
At 5:30 a.m., July 16th, 1945, the world entered the atomic age. With an intense flash, a sudden wave of heat, followed by a tremendous shockwave. The ball of fire extended 40,000 feet. The bomb packed a punch equivalent to 20,000 tons of TNT, the high end of most of the scientists' predictions. Completely vaporizing
Check out that crater.
and heating the desert sand into glass for a radius of 800 yards.
What got me was, I hadn't thought, the heat of the fireball would heat my face exactly as the sun was.
It became brighter and brighter and rose, and I knew that soon it will be used over Japan, and then it will not be just an experiment.
All right, so as you can see, we've got something brand new, never been done before. Atomic bomb. This is big time, folks. This is the bomb of all bombs up to this point. All right, so who remembers where we're going next? Anyone? Yes, I heard Japan in the back. That's correct. Next, we're heading all the way over to Japan. What we've got here, anybody remember? Well, we've got the names up here, so I guess it's not about remembering. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, those were the two places that they tested the bomb on. I shouldn't say tested, they actually used the bomb on these two cities in World War II.
Kind of basically kicked the butts of the Japanese and made them kind of forfeit up to that point. All right, so as you can see here, we've got a picture of, this is a picture of one of the actual places. I believe this was Nagasaki, where the bomb went off. This is what
President Truman
looked like.
It was a tough decision, but he made this call to put the bombs on there, and while, yes, it did end the war, was it a good choice? It's tough to see. In a later lesson, we'll look at some of the actual pictures of some of the victims of the bombings in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They're pretty gruesome. So, all right, next, we're flying over to Alaska. All right, so why Alaska is important here? It doesn't seem like, okay, Alaska, big deal. Whoop-de-doo, it's a cold place.
Why Alaska is crucial to the Cold War is that on September 2nd in 1949, a B-29 airplane was flying over Alaska and it detected atmospheric radiation. All right? Why is that important? Who cares? It's just atmospheric radiation. What happened was there was a cloud that was coming over, drifting across the Pacific from Siberia. All right? And so this was a mystery at the time. Where is this coming from? Why is this important? What's the big deal?
Here we've got a picture. It's an actual, one of the B-29 bombers that they would have used. It's not the actual plane, but this is one of the ones that would have been used to detect the atmospheric radiation. So what's this cloud? Anybody got a guess? Come on, you're smart people. Let's go. Yes, an atomic bomb. All right, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, all right, or the USSR.
Successfully test an atomic weapon. They tested it about 1 or 2 months
to
prior.
that cloud actually drifting over. This means that the United States no longer has a monopoly on atomic weapons and Big Bang Theory. Huh. Get it, guys? Big Bang Theory TV show? Come on. All right, so this is not good news for the
So what
United
happens
States.
because of this?
All right, Truman decides to order a
Hydrogen
hydrogen
bomb
bomb.
is essentially an A-bomb that's 1,000 times more powerful. All right, so we saw what the A-bombs did in Nevada, or excuse me, not Nevada, in New Mexico and in Japan. So think of a bomb that's 1,000 times more powerful than that. All right, we've got, let's see, really smart guys right here. We've got Albert Einstein, Robert J. Oppenheimer. They were both opposed to the development of the H-bomb. They said it was going to lead to what? An arms race. That's right. Okay, so here is kind of a quick, brief breakdown of the arms race.
Is tests the first hydrogen bomb. 1 year later, the USSR tests the hydrogen bomb. All right, so as you can see, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. One side gets one, the other side's not too far behind. Okay, so the reason that these are important is because these are above ground tests. All right, so anytime there's a nuclear weapon going off, that means there's radiation. So there's health risks and things like that involved in it. This is essentially the start of the arms race. During the next 40 years, so we're talking from 50s all the way up to mid-80s, early 90s, more bombs are developed and stockpiled. Not only do we have bombs, we're getting planes, missiles, subs, things that can carry these weapons. All right, we're not so much focused on ground warfare anymore. Yes, we have troops, but we're not trying to recruit as many as we were during World War II. All right, what we're doing is trying to get these vehicles and means to get these bombs to where they need to go. All right, so why race? Why is it important? So as you can see in the title, we got "You Mad, Bro." All right, so but we've got MAD, little dots after it.